And welcome back to PRI. You have found Prep Recruiting Insider here at Moe's Pizza on the West Bank, Avenue H in West Wego. I'm the head coach of PRI, Rick Gailey, along with the Prep Recruiting Insider, Renee Nato. And we are joined today by Coach Ryan Manale of the De La Salle Cavaliers in his 5th season. Ryan, thank you so much for being here with us.
It's a pleasure. And like I said last year, I know you noticed you had your maroon on last time.
Sure.
But Coach, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I know. We stayed
Both you guys
together,
are ready for maroon.
You got us. I don't know if we can play
like
anymore.
I like
Well,
it.
I know that. I know the answer to that.
I know. Put me on third down, maybe pass block, or maybe go on the short. But 10-0, undefeated, De La Salle Cavaliers, Ryan, congratulations. What telltale sign did you see in this group, maybe in the spring or summer, that told you this could be a reality?
Well, you know, I think it started last season. We were in the same situation, 9-0, starting a lot of freshmen, sophomores. And, you know, we lost to Lutcher and we lost to Terrellins Catholic. The day after that, we had a good meeting when we finished the year up. And it really started in January. The kids believed in what we needed to do, a few of the details that we ironed out. To become a great leader or a great follower, follow somebody that's a great leader. Mm-hmm. And the kids really bought in, and it's just, I'm blessed with that. And, you know, we had to fail to succeed. And you know, we were young, and now we're juniors and seniors starting, and the kids listen to the messages of the coaches, and I have phenomenal coaches, phenomenal players, and you can't have that without a phenomenal administration.
And that's what we want to get to, because this process didn't just start last year. It's been an ongoing process for the 5 years that you've been there. De La Salle was not very successful, and the administration decided they had to make a move and bring somebody in that was young and with energy. Talk about the process over the last 5 years, but most importantly, talk about the administration that brought you in and how the administration's changed over your 5 years, but the emphasis is not.
No doubt. You know, this is, it's unbelievable with 5 years. An unfortunate situation, of course, with Dr. Mike Gilliard, but we've been through 3 presidents, and they all have the same mission. They've all brought me in and told me the mission of De La Salle High School. We're going to be first-class academic school, and we also want to be a first-class athletic school. And we feel there's not too many competitors around that's that way, that balance. And no doubt, you know, it all started 5 years ago with Tony Benora, the athletic director at De La Salle High School. Reached out to me while I just accepted an offense coordinator job with Guy LeComp at Mandeville after 13 years at Rummel. And feel bad for Coach LeComp. We had some great chalk talk hours together, but wound up leaving before even spring football hit. Came to De La Salle, saw the vision that Coach Benora had in the school, met the incoming president, Dr. Mike Gilliard, his vision and what the school was going to be, and they were just 100% correct. When I toured that school, I was going there in my mindset saying no, and I left, went home to my wife and said, you know, this is home. We can make this home. We can make this work.
Recruiting, Ryan, you've been around a long time, and it's kind of tough now with social media to kind of keep a handle on things. But as a head coach and sometimes a mentor, how do you monitor the recruiting process with your student athletes?
You know, I think that's changed since year 1 to year 5. First year, you know, everybody went everywhere. I went to all type of camps. First couple of years, really first 2 years, and camp after camp, and there wasn't too many offers popping because of it. So I reeled everybody in. Really, year 3, told them, you know, I want to know before they go to a camp. I need to know. I don't want to find out later that you went somewhere. Really happened because we had an injury to a starter at a camp, satellite camp that they had. He was injured. I don't know if he was really seriously looked for that team, for that school, but the way it is today, it's I'm sure some of it's real good, some of it's money makers. You have a lot of street agents out there telling you what you want to hear, a lot of people telling you what you hear, and I just want to be truthful to my kids, and I think they believe in me. And so when one of them will come to me about going to camp, I'm going to give them the cons of going, and then I'll give them the pro. If the pros outweigh the cons, I'm going to make a phone call to that school and let them know, for instance, Quincy Cage or Danquan Edwards or Miles Ward are going to be at your camp today. And you still have some good coaches that communicate great with you, but then the schools these days, a lot of it you found out through social media, so it's a little different than when back when I was at Rummel years ago.
Absolutely. We just did a top 10 list. Not one of the 10 said get a street agent. Your coach, and if they have a recruiting coordinator there, and your counselor can do a lot more than anybody else can on the street. One of the things that De La Salle has got to deal with is that you've got to practice in different places. But you've made that into an asset by getting around to different areas to really showcase how you practice and to showcase your program around the area.
Absolutely. There's not a bridge that we won't travel. People laugh and joke with me about. We'll go anywhere. We'll practice in front of anybody. I really feel that we don't have a home practice field, so we have to use it to our advantage. And the team chemistry that we get on them bus trips, going different places, is one. And then when I came to De La Salle, I remember playing my first year with, a few guys I had, a couple guys here, were part of it as 8th graders. But we went to Springfield, a couple places, and I remember them telling me, our kids, they're not going to believe in themselves. They're not going to know how to win on the road. And so we practice on the road every day. So, I don't think traveling or playing anywhere really bothers us. And over the years, I made a bigger emphasis on that. We'll take a nice scenic routes, and I don't know if you're familiar with Uptown New Orleans, but to go 10 minutes, it may take you 50 minutes. So that travel going somewhere to play an hour away, that could be a regular Thursday afternoon going just to Horrell, 20 minutes up the road.
You're in uncharted territory, Ryan, and you've gone from the hunter to the hunted now, and you got that target on your back. How do you change the mindset now? You've been in uncharted territory now, moving forward. A lot of people are picking the Cavaliers to be there when the smoke clears. How are you working on that above the shoulder pads, I guess, for your players?
I think that's something that also started right at the end of last year. We talked about the detailed discipline. We talked about De La Salle. We didn't really talk about our opponents. We talked about what we have to do in this room, players, coaches, support staff, to have us playing our best ball at the right time. And last year we peaked week 4. This year we're playing decent ball right now, which is very good late in the year. But, we had to prepare way beyond the football field. It was a lot of mental talk about what we do. And I'm going to be honest with you, we played Lutcher last week. I don't know if I told the players, mentioned Lutcher one time to them. It was about De La Salle. De La Salle cannot beat De La Salle. We worked hard. We work hard in the weight room, and we take a lot of pride in that.
And you're starting the playoffs this week, and it's good that you have a bye this week. You had your open house last night, which can really break up the routine if you're not careful. And talk about what you're doing during this open day.
No doubt. And today the kids had a little reminder about being broken up. Coach Brooks, that's with us now, De La Salle alum, does a fabulous job with us. He came to me. I see what you're talking about with uncharted waters. We talked about last year, we were 9-0, weren't able to handle it. It was something different, pat on the back constantly. Now we win. Phone calls, all the kids getting patted on the back. Gave them a weekend off, open house. Showed up this morning, and it was a disaster. But we were passed up by a couple teams today. But our team refocused towards the end. We had good conversations on the field for the last 10 minutes, and I think we'll be ready to go tomorrow and get back to De La Salle football.
That's Coach Ryan Manale of the undefeated De La Salle Cavaliers. Open date this week, but then they get back into action next week. Really tough bracket in Division II with Parkview Baptist and Turley Catholic. One of them staring them right in the face, but the Cavaliers will be up to the task. I can guarantee you that. When we come back after this timeout, some De La Salle Cavaliers themselves. This is Prep Recruiting Inside of PRI.